let's start out with coffee. Now, we've been in multiple places to try the coffee, but these are our two favorite ones. The DOS coffee, very well done. The latte, single origin, pour overs, definitely recommend. And the other one is the Kookaburra. Both are really good, excellent coffees. But if you had time for one coffee place, then definitely the Kookaburra one wins. It is so good. Not just the coffee is so good there, but also the food and the amount of different kinds of food and the specialty food. It is really good. Definitely worth a trip there. There's two great coffee places to drink here in St. Augustine. This is one of them. And this place also has great donuts. Now, these donuts are homemade there. They're amazing. There's like 100 different tastes that you can pick from. And they're small. They're like pocket size, you know. And I love that about donuts. And they really look good and natural. You know, the way to know that it's a good donut? It's their original, like, clean donut, basic donut. If this is good, then you know all their donuts are good. So let's see. That is good. It's a cakey donut. So if you like cakey donuts, this is it. Now, we usually cook in our Airbnb, but we still wanted to try the local foods. So we went to two restaurants, and this is a restaurant where we had lunch. Now, you can sit outside, or if you're like us that wanted to escape from the heat because it was really, really hot. We were there in the month of May. Surprisingly, it was really, really hot during that time. You can sit inside in the nice air condition. The prices weren't that bad. They were in that mid section, not too expensive, not great prices either. But the food was good. My husband got the chicken parmesan, and that was delicious. I got the chicken lemon, that was alright. And the kids got great kids' meals with protein and pasta. Now, the second restaurant is a place that we had breakfast. And if you only have time for one place to go, this is highly, highly recommended by the locals. Like, so many people told us, go to the Blue Hen, go to the Blue Hen. And wow, it is true. It did not disappoint. The food is delicious. The coffee was amazing. And remember, we love specialty coffee. For a diner, this was really good coffee. And the food was fresh and delicious. It was so good. Highly recommend. The pancakes, they have pumpkin pancakes. So good. We enjoyed it so much to eat there. I highly recommend, highly, highly recommend to go here. Now, if you're looking for a place to actually buy coffee beans, the distillery, the St. Augustine, I know it's more of a touristy area, but it is really good coffee and highly recommend going there, tasting what they have there. It is really good. We're very, very happy we stopped there to get the coffee beans. We enjoy them now that we left St. Augustine, to have still that distinctive taste of St. Augustine. It was really good. Highly recommend to go here as well. So my my son was asking so much to go to the Alligator Farm, so we decided to try it out. We were worried about the heat because it was really hot while we were there, but we decided to try it to see how it is. This was probably the best spot, or the favorite spot of my kids. They love seeing the baby alligators, and there's great places to have photos to be taken as well while you're there, and actually like touch and feel and see how big the alligators can be. Now you do get really up close to them, especially to the larger ones you'll see later, and that was actually really scary. You kind of like wanted to keep your kids close to see these humongous creatures that we have. But it was a great learning experience for them. It did feel safe, even though you got nervous, because you really got to experience how big they can get up close. But it was a great experience, and our kids learned so much, and they really, really loved it. Now, there were areas that was sunny, and that was actually really hot, but most of the time there was shade, and that was actually really nice because there was a nice breeze going through there while we were there, so you didn't feel too much of the heat, only when you were walking in the sun. So there was a section in this park that there was pretty much, it was under the sun, and we didn't go there. We didn't even try, because it was just, even little parts of the sun was hot enough for us as a family, so we just enjoyed the shady areas. That's what we stick to, and it was nice.
Oh, they have babies. You see it?
Oh, you have white here.
This was another one of our favorite spots, to see the vultures and all these different birds in this area. They actually came up really, really close, and it was quite amazing to see them. We had to find a place to nurse, so it was shaded. It was a little hot once you sat down and stayed for a while in one area. We kind of felt the heat, but it worked out and everything. I mean, I do have a 5-month-old baby, so. We stopped at the photo booth to take a picture. The kids decided between an alligator and a snake, and they picked a snake, surprisingly, but that was a good family souvenir.
Want to touch a snake?
Yeah, you can pet him. You can pet him all the way down. There you go. Good job. His name is Togo. Good job. Perfect.
There's also around this park, there's little like kid activities if you want to do that as well. Well, it was getting close to nap time, so we decided to see the last thing in this park, and this would be the crocodile, the huge crocodile that they have.
All of these restaurants along the boardwalk. This is the boardwalk over here. That's what I meant when I said that on the red flags. You know, all these boardwalks and the beach areas. These are old houses. Museum. Let's go to the recommendation. There we go. See what's in the art museum.
For our last day here, we decided to do the trolley, and it was great that we did it because we really got an overview of the history of the area, stuff that we really didn't know. The only thing is we did take the last trolley, so that means we couldn't really get off. Like, we could have gone off, but then there wouldn't have been a trolley to get back on later, so we kind of had to stay for an hour and a half in this trolley.
And in Florida, we have these things called seasons. Hot, hotter, hottest, and hurricane. So those were your weather conditions. Well, let's take it back to 1513, where a man by the name of Don Juan Ponce de Leon, former governor of Puerto Rico and sidekick to Columbus, an English explorer by the name of Sir Francis Drake, came to town, about 2,000 of his men.
So the seats were nice in a way. They did have space in between, because we've been in trolleys that you feel like you're just pretty much on top of each other. But this did feel like you had space. But still, an hour and a half sitting on the trolley, the seats definitely started hurting your back. So just like keep that in mind, that it is not the most comfortablest thing to do. But then if you keep getting on and getting off, that might work. But then again, it took an hour and a half to do the whole thing. So if you go off on a trolley and explore the area, you're still gonna have to get on the trolley and still go through that whole tour to get back to where you parked your car. So just have that in mind, that you already know that just the traveling going around is going to take you at least an hour and a half. And of course, we have to talk about the heat. So just like in the Alligator Farm, there was a nice breeze at some places, but there are some places wow, it was so hot. It was so hot. So at certain places it felt nice, but the majority of the time it was hot. And we were the last trolley out. So this is 4:30 we got on this trolley, 4:30 p.m. and it was still very hot. I don't even want to know how it was during the day to go around in this trolley.
Coming up to stop number 4, that is St. George Street. That is our main marketplace. That is to Columbia Restaurant to your right. Reservations are highly recommended as they do book up quickly. There's about a 5th generation family-run restaurant here. This comes from the original location from Tampa. Renaissance style.
Wow, that's actually pretty amazing. Look at that.
Dome is pure copper, stained glass windows. Good co-ed college. Mainly liberal arts. And then in front of that college is Mr. Flagler himself, or we call Mr. Monopoly. For cannons. The cannonballs would get stuck on that side of that smooth wall, thinking they were slick. They'd swing their leg over, but they didn't realize that the rough side was made out of shells. What kind of shell? Thank you so much for being the best tour ever. I really was not having a good day, and you honestly put a smile on my face. You turned that frown upside down. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome back to jail. Hot Mess Express.
This was definitely a more touristy day, the trolley, and then also eating at Columbia Restaurant, and it is really good food. The service was really well done. It is more pricey, but it is good food, and we enjoyed our last day at this area and what we did. It was really, really good.